What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are continuing on with our year-by-year breakdown of my favorite classic rock albums, and we are talking 1973. If you watched my last video in 1972, it was a little squirrely. I didn't have a lot of albums that I cared for on that specific year, but we are rebounding hard with 1973. And I will preface this by saying this isn't like a worst to best ranking. Some of them definitely are above others, but it's not a set in stone ranking. These are just albums from this year that I think were fantastic. An honorable mention I'd like to throw in there, only because of the song. I've never listened to the album, but I love the song when it comes on my radio, and that's Band on the Run by Paul McCartney. So there you go. I'm going to throw that one out there. Coming in at number 5 is Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. And this album has some amazing songs. You're getting Candle in the Wind, Benny and the Jets, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting. Those are the hits. Solid album top to bottom. When you're listening to an Elton John's greatest hits, you're getting a lot of this album, and he's someone who's grown on me in recent years. I used to not be a big Elton John guy, but as time has gone on and I just put him on, I love him. Candle in the Wind is my favorite Elton John song ever. I absolutely love that song. I recommend, if you have not gave this a top to bottom listen, if you just listen to the hits like I used to do, give this album a listen. Coming up next is a band that in 1970 and my 71 reviews took the top spot, is Led Zeppelin with Houses of the Holy. And you get Song Remains the Same, The Rain Song, Over the Hills and Far Away, Dire Maker, No Quarter, The Ocean, which used to be my favorite song, and then Misty Mountain Hop took that, and then Tangerine took that. But you have amazing songs top to bottom. If you bought Mothership and that's how you found Led Zeppelin, or that's your favorite Zeppelin album, a lot of the songs that you're getting on Mothership are coming from this album. It could honestly be my favorite Led Zeppelin album. I've never sat down and tried to figure out which Zeppelin album I like the best, but this one has the potential to take that top spot just by reading this track list right now. Up next is one that I don't think is going to be on a lot of people's lists, but I love this album so much. And I played this CD to death when I bought it for the first time, and that is Tres Hombres by ZZ Top. And I liked ZZ Top, I liked some of their hit songs, but I was getting kind of into blues and stuff like that, and people always kept bringing up early ZZ Top. So I was at Walmart, and I found that CD for like $4 or something. Bought it, put it in my car. Man, that is a top to bottom listen. Starting off for Waiting for the Bus and Jesus Just Left Chicago. Just back to back. Great start, but you're getting Master of Sparks, Move Me On Down the Line, which is probably my favorite off that album. If Waiting for the Bus and LaGrange is the bigger hits of this album, but Move Me On Down the Line I think would take my top spot for this album. This is an album I put on end to end. Sure, I'll skip around from time to time to hear certain songs, but most of the time when this album is put on my phone or I have my CD, which I'm sure has got to still be in my 95 Mirage that I sold, because I don't think I ever took that CD out of that CD player. Now, these next two coming up are without a doubt my two favorite of this year. I don't know which one takes the top spot. Depending on what day you ask me, I would like one more than the other. But I'm going to start with Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. I'll put that one out there. This was the first Pink Floyd album I ever bought. I can remember hearing it and just falling in love. It was an escape. I'd never heard an album where it all kind of bleeds together and it's electronic and that psychedelic-esque style that I'd never heard anything like that ever when I put that in for the first time. And that is an experience. When you listen to that album, it is just a straight experience. The first time you listen to it end to end, you get why it's hailed as one of the greatest albums of all time and one of the highest selling albums of all time, highest charting albums of all time. It all makes sense. Not only is this one top to bottom that you can just escape with, you can separately go skip to Brain Damage. You can separately go skip to Time. You can separately go to Breathe. There's songs that stand alone, but when you do it with the whole experience, it makes such a great album that I have to debate what my favorite Pink Floyd album is all the time because they have so many that I love that this one could easily be my favorite Pink Floyd album on any given day. But the last one I'm going to talk about on this is Lynyrd Skynyrd's first album, pronounced Lynyrd Skynyrd. And I fucking love Lynyrd Skynyrd, all the way up to Street Survivors. They have a couple songs whenever his brother took over and they kind of redid the band that I like, but it's not the style they go for now is not really my thing. But back then, all their albums leading up to that horrific crash, I love, and this is the album that kicked it off. So everyone knows the hits, Tuesday Is Gone, Give Me Three Steps, Simple Man, especially Freebird, but these deeper tracks on here are the ones that I love. Mississippi Kid could easily be my favorite song on the album. Poison Whiskey, again, this is an album top to bottom I'm going to obsess with. When I put on Lynyrd Skynyrd, I just put on their first 4 or 5 albums and shuffle it and go. I want to hear all of them. I don't even skip a song. I don't even think about skipping a song. That's how much I love their first albums, and this is the one that kicked it off. Not a bad song on the album. Such a good time. Such an iconic time because you're getting Freebird, you get these hits, you get this first wave of Southern rock coming in off the heels of this phenomenal album. Guys, let me know down below what your thoughts are. What are some of your favorite albums from this year? Did I have any on my list that you love? Put it down below. Like, comment, subscribe. We have more coming, baby. We're going right into 1974, so you know what that means. We've got Kiss albums to talk about, baby. And if you love Kiss, you can go check out my entire Kiss review series, because if you've been here from the beginning, we reviewed every single track on every single studio Kiss album. Go check it out, because we're finally getting to the Kiss years, baby. You guys are the best. Peace.